Bring,
Please.
Hello?
bring. Hi, is Nye available?
This is she.
Hey, Nye, this is Ken with a
Please.
chemical company.
Gather up all of the crew, it's time to ship our faces through. Gather up all of the crew, it's time to ship our faces through. Yo ho, 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 Gather up all of the crew, it's time to ship our faces through. Gather up all of the crew, it's time to ship.
Right here.
You get closer.
Ah, shit. Hold on.
You can do it.
Y'all are hilarious. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all being here.
Oh, I love you too, Roger.
Love you too, Roger.
Happy 3-year anniversary. Who would have thought?
Yes.
Right?
3 whole years. 3 of them things.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. I'm leaving it like that. No, I'm leaving it right there.
I need to close your stream down because the way my OCD is set up.
Nice, like this one. Too.
This will not do. Okay,
Simply
okay.
will not
Hold
do.
on, hold on. You the guess. You guess. Hold
Perfection.
on.
We must achieve.
Hold on.
I'm the same too.
Are you like it just It's good though.
I don't need to be triggering you. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. No, I take that back. That's good.
That's good. I'll take good. I'll take. I'll take good. Good job, Roger. Yeah, like, cause putting all this shit together these last 2 days, I'll take good. I'll take good.
You did good. You know, your chat, the community sprung this on you. You only had a couple days to prepare. I remember
That is
just
true.
the other night in Discord, I asked you what your sub goals were. You ain't had no idea. And now look at you.
You know, like
Got a whole production.
a whole show. That shit's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
GG's. I'm proud of you.
you know, I get it from watching you.
Boy, stop.
I
y'all.
you find I mean I clean up every now and again. I appreciate that. Thank you, Witcher. So this was part of what we talked about on Thursday. Chat voted on this, and I said we was gonna make it happen. So first off, shout out to everybody who put their votes in on all the events that y'all wanted to see and do today. I don't know when I'm gonna air this episode. I may air it. I still gotta edit the first one, but I'm stacking the work up. So I may air this one second as well. But this is our second episode of the Pirate Talk here, and we're doing something a little different today. Instead of me interviewing the two lovely ladies in the stream with me, they're going to be interviewing me today instead. So yeah, so the format will be y'all can both take turns asking your questions. I can't really say there's really too much I wouldn't talk about on stream.
Okay, we ain't got no limit.
Okay.
Don't
How-
tell me that.
However,
I was about to say.
however, I do have the power to pump the brakes. Okay,
Okay.
pump the brakes. Okay, we can. I got questions. Nah, see that's a brake pump right there. That's a freeze.
Pumping? What's pumping?
Oh.
I mean, I gotta pour me up a
I'm
drink.
sorry.
I I gotta pour me up. I owe chat like 2 shots. Hold on.
Oh, okay,
Let
okay,
me go
okay.
ahead and
Yeah,
open
pop
this
that.
one.
Open that bourbon. It's bourbon, right?
It's
We
bourbon.
doing bourbon shots
We
tonight.
doing bourbon.
It's
Yeah.
only 3:45 too, child. Ooh.
Golly.
It's early.
Oh, that's fancy.
Thank you.
That's
Yo,
bottle.
what's up, Wiz? Yo, Sin, thank you for the follow, homie. What's up, Base God? What's good, homie? Welcome in. It is, cause I wanted to celebrate. I was like, I can't celebrate with just my regular tequila.
That looks good. That looks like that's from the top shelf.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
money right there.
You
Shmoney.
remember a while back I had this bottle. I came back from a wedding. Do y'all remember any of this?
Mhm.
That's where actually one of the infamous memes came from, that wedding.
Mhm.
And I had a unfiltered version of this. It had the caramelized syrup at the bottom, and it still was like in when they brewed it. They brewed it right then and there in front of me. So this one was store bought, so they ain't got the little at the bottom. But we out here.
Wow. Okay.
nice.
What's the proof on that?
90.
90.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna be on your ass
90.
drinking that.
No, I'm gonna start off with some sips though.
Okay.
Welcome in, y'all. Appreciate y'all sliding through. Not the pinky ring emote. Yo, y'all like
Go pinky ring.
that emo is iconic.
Yeah.
Who did it? Who started it? You said iconic. That scares me.
It is.
So let me introduce y'all first off to the wonderful, amazing mods commanders of my community, Slice of Nye and Dana Amazing. Both are two fantastic, okay, ultra extraordinary, extraordinary Slice of Nye and Dana Amazing. Y'all, welcome in. Y'all, welcome to the show. Oh my god.
Thank you.
So, how y'all feeling today?
I'm feeling good. First of all, why are you asking the questions?
Ooh.
I just
Ooh.
okay, all right.
Okay. So my goal with this here interview, right, is to get to know who Black Gold Rogers is, right? Outside of streaming. We all know him as a, just chatting streamer, play games every now and then streamer. But who is Roger outside of Twitch? What does he enjoy doing outside of being a streamer and gamer? That's kind of the types of questions I'm going to be asking. What about you, Dana?
For me, it's like a mix. It's some questions related to streaming and some, outside of streaming, just to get a better overall picture of who Roger is.
Yes.
Okay, so okay, I'm gonna guess.
Okay. Dana, would you like to start us off?
Sure, I'll start. And this is in no particular order. So for my first question, if your stream name, Black Gold Roger, wasn't available and you had to choose another name, what would it be? And this can't be like another version of the name you have now already.
Damn,
Good question.
Thank you.
She doubled back on me. That's crazy.
Has to be completely different.
Can I not have black in it? Because that's kind of like, so the reason why I asked,
You can have black, yeah.
is because that's kind of like the era of social media I kind of came into, was when there was a time on Twitter where I was like in high school and shit like that. Twitter was maybe a year or two out, and there were people who would make their names, but they'll be like Black Bill Gates or Black this or Black that. So I kind of attached myself to it, one, being black, and then two, having black in my actual name. I won't say where, but black is actually part of my name, which made it easier
that makes sense.
for me
I
to
see.
Yeah, so it being part of my name, I always felt like I was putting myself into each of these maybe characters or just different names in general. like my first name was probably Black Don Julio, because at this time I had discovered tequila, and woo, woo, good times, good times. But I always attached like black somewhere in my name. So if it wasn't going to be Black Gold Roger, the original name I tried to find was Black Beard. Easy.
Black.
My bad. I didn't mean to
beard.
laugh that loud like that.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. It was going to be Blackbeard. Easy. Easy.
Blackbeard.
No second to think about it. You visually get it.
Okay.
Like, it was gonna be
Got a beard.
it's gonna be Blackbeard. So
That's creative.
You know?
So creative.
yeah. And then on top of that, there's actual pirate named Blackbeard. Then
Okay.
there's a One Piece character named Blackbeard.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? This is a good play on words. However, he's the
It
villain.
was taken. Thank
was-
you, Lord.
It was
Thank you,
taken.
Jesus.
It was taken, and he was the villain. So, like, he's the villain of a particular show. And
Won't he do it?
what's up, physics? What's good, homie?
Delivered.
But yeah, that would have been the alternative. But then another alternative was kind of still in that same element. Would have been Black Gold Ranger, because
Ooh, okay.
I've been in many chats and that's the first thing that they say.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
You know, we all of us have that little auto fill in when we read something off, especially as streamers. You may read a sentence and you miss the word because it's so much going on in chat, or et cetera, et cetera. So someone would say, "Thank you for the follow, Black Gold Ranger," and I'll be like, "Golly, I know what I'm switching to if I ever had to or ever wanted to at this point, like Black Gold Ranger or Black."
Do you think you would ever rebrand?
I don't see myself doing that. I don't.
No.
I don't. I think this is within my
This is it.
element, and it's a lot of themes that came with how I created my Twitch name, and just pirate theme in general was One Piece. But I think the thing about me watching One Piece is that I started when I was going through the hardest time of my life. At that moment, that was one of the hardest moments that I was getting through in life. I had just got fired, first job out of college, got fired, and my girl left me that same week.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And so
Did she leave you because you got fired?
no, just the timing.
Okay.
The timing. I said, golly, the I'm into that event. But literally that happened on Friday, and then we broke up on like Monday or something like that, like literally a few days later. And that was a tough time for me because now I fucked up on my taxes. I had to pay that
Dang.
back. This happened with the job. I had just saved up maybe $1,500 in my account, but I had to pay 80 of that back. So now shit's rocky, you know? And all I could do was all I could literally afford to do at that time was cry.
Oh.
That's the most money that I had. That's all I could afford was to cry. Couldn't drink myself out of it, couldn't, smoke myself out of it or do et cetera to get through that time. I had to face that shit sober, and that's all I could do at that moment. So that's when I started One Piece, actually, because I had a little extra free time on my hands. And one of the things that happened with starting One Piece is that, a lot of people used to complain it was long, and that's what kept me from the show too. Like, I didn't watch One Piece until 2018. Like, it's not like I've been a veteran watcher or none of that shit. So that could probably let you know or give you a glimpse of what One Piece has done for me at that particular moment. The lessons that they taught through that show, and the inspiration, the chills. I watched that show. I did I watch the show and I'm up to date, but I had so many moments where I would literally get chills down my arm watching this show. It was written that well, or at least for me, it was written that well to be able to catch my attention and have all these episodes in, but still, like again, had free time. So, um, I don't think I will ever rebrand. I can't see myself moving away from it. It's a show that came in at a very particular time in my life, and if I keep doing what I'm supposed to do, and we'll see what happens. But I don't see myself
Oh,
rebranding.
I love that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I never knew that. I mean, I knew a little bit,
Hmm.
but I didn't know that One Piece was that important to you like that, you know? So that's really nice to hear.
Yeah, and then like again with the names too. I seen, Black Luffy's, I seen Black Zoros. What's up, kid? What's up, physics? What's up, Pilt? What's good, homies? Welcome in, welcome in. I had seen Black Luffy's, Black Zoros, all that shit on the internet, but I hadn't gotten to a point where I seen one of the OG pirates in one of these little name flips or whatever on the internet, not even just on Twitch, just Twitter, a lot of PlayStation Network names. Black Luffy came across a lot of them, like just in general. So I said, you know what? Let's go with the motherfucker that no really nobody even know about. We ain't even got to that point in the show when I was watching it where we even knew anything about him. So I said we're gonna go with Black Gold. It matches. I like you know the song Black and Yellow. So from Wiz. So it was like boom, 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 easy. But not easy, but it made sense.
Nice.
Mhm,
Okay, so we just learned a little bit about how you came about picking your name.
mhm,
And I want to know a little bit about, like, let's go back just a little bit more.
mhm,
Okay, so you talked a little bit about how all that happened when you had just graduated college, had your first job. Talk a little bit about before that, when you were a little bit younger.
mhm.
I know a lot of us know that you are from Missouri. Have you
Yeah.
always been in Missouri? Do you have any siblings? Are you the oldest one? Talk a little bit about your childhood for us. I want to know. I want to know about that.
So a little bit about my childhood. Grew up with
Yeah.
a single parent, single mom. Shout out to Mama Roger. She put me on. Uh, went through my childhood, and I was a very quiet guy. I was a very quiet guy. Didn't really want to be bothered, like because you growing up as a kid, kids are loud, so
Mm-hmm.
I was always the quiet person in the room. Didn't really want to be bothered. Try to like, be unnoticed and shit like that. But that didn't always work out because usually the quiet kid gets bullied.
Oh.
Mm.
So I did go through bullying throughout shit. When did it start? Probably like first grade up
Did you
until
fight back?
that's another thing. I was pretty passive too, so I was
Oh.
never one to really, because I always knew they would go harder if I fought back. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I would just hope that people would eventually leave me alone, and they usually did. But I was pretty passive. But raised by a single mother, I am the second oldest of five.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow.
I don't think I knew that.
yeah,
It's a big
yeah.
family.
Yeah, I just knew you had that one brother. I didn't know there was a whole bunch of y'all.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Yeah, Ken, we shooting the second episode today. Don't trip, dog. You doing good, man. Hope you doing well today. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm the second oldest of five.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but it is a separated like family. We didn't all grow up in the same household.
Yeah.
So it was more like everybody was kind of distant. Thank you, kid. Appreciate you, bro. It was pretty distant. Um, me and my younger brother grew up with my mom, and then my other siblings grew up with my dad.
Mm.
And with us not having a real relationship or a relationship at all for real, I didn't really see him too often. I just seen him in like little sporadic moments. Maybe one day we do go together and it's someone's birthday, youngest brother's birthday or something like that. We'll all get together and go do something. But it was tough trying to build a relationship when, at the time with technology, it wasn't a whole lot you could do. Uh, but going from there, and going through all that shit, that's the kind of kid I was. Um, and then at some point, somebody had probably like around fifth or sixth grade mentioned that I should probably play football or give football a try. Also, Ken, appreciate the biddies, bro. That's 300 biddies, y'all. Y'all get to 1,000. I got to do 5 squats. So yeah, I was like, I might get a little exercise today. So, thank you, Ken. I appreciate the love, homie. Stop being quiet for that moment on. Yeah, so Coochie Man LaFleur, I grew up with me in high school. So he got to see a lot of growing, but also just a lot of what's the word I can use? He saw a lot of growing. He saw a lot of growth. He seen me take risk and experiment, but it wasn't with confidence. It was just out of uh not just wanting to be known as the quiet kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then again looking around and seeing people, do this or do that in high school and kind of maybe turn into a follower in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I started kind of like looking around and seeing the people around me and seeing, my friends grew up like this. They grew up with 2 parents. They grew up rich. They grew up poor. Like, got to see that and then really, really experience the world a little bit. Especially with the public school system. Went through a lot of bullshit in high school for sure.
So what's one word? And I want to ask Coochie this too, since y'all went to high school together.
Mhm.
What's one word, Roger, you would describe yourself when you was in high school? And Coochie, I want to ask you the same thing. What's one word you would use to describe Roger back in high school? And I want to see if they're similar or not.
One word to describe me?
Yeah.
I'd say probably, without using any of the other words I used already, I would say laid back.
Okay.
I was pretty laid back. A little too laid back. Like, had to, figure out what boundaries were and didn't really discover what my boundaries were until, I didn't hit college. So, definitely too laid back, but laid back, yeah.
What would you say is like your anthem during that time? Everybody got an anthem or a song that they really related to during certain periods of their life. So what song was that for you in high school? And I want to ask the same for like each phase of your life, like when you went to college and then when you started, first gaming, all of that.
So the first part of your question was, what was like that anthem for me for high school?
Yeah.
Okay, so the anthem for me in high school, I guess at that time. Oh, you know what? High school was about. I knew I wanted to play. I know I wanted to play football. So I guess my journey with football is really win. Because we went to high school of losing sports teams.
Damn.
So
win any?
it was we always had a
That's a
losing
no.
record. I'll say yeah.
Right.
We had to do it off the numbers. We say it's a losing record. We had losing records and shit. I think the
Dang.
best season we had when I was playing football, and you know what? That's not for all the sports teams. Football in particular, we lost. We had a great fucking basketball team. Them motherfuckers were going to championships all the goddamn time. Our football team, we couldn't get it together, and our head coach was a big reason for why we didn't get it together.
Oh.
But that's neither here nor there. Shit happened. But I wanted to win some fucking games. I just came from a winning program in 7th and 8th grade. We won a championship my 8th grade year,
Wow.
going into my freshman year,
Yeah.
and then we lose. It was terrible. I was like, what is this? I don't like this feeling of losing, especially when
Nah,
I
Coochie
just
saying, Coochie saying y'all was 214 every year in GED.
boy, he like boy, like they was losing games. Our best record was my senior year, and this is with us with accolades. I'm saying we went to the second round of the playoffs. I got honorable mention, which is like third place in the lineup of positions. So from all our schools in our conference, I took third out of all the high schools in our district.
Uh-huh.
So that's with accolades. That's with us having the most rushing yards of that year in our school and all that shit. With accolades, with being recognized, we went 5-8. That was our best record.
Wow.
Mm.
Like that was our best record. Like that's the best as we could do. And that was off of just the strength of talent. If we had again, the head coach was on one, and he was known for being on one. I didn't know he was on one till I got
What do you
there.
mean by on one? Like on drugs?
Yeah.
Not,
I don't know. What does that mean?
Not-
On the liquor.
you know what? Maybe in a
Sauce?
couple games. We was always wondering what was in that cup. Okay, that mystery cup. We heard a lot of ice in that motherfucker. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna go into that, but that's all I'm saying. But he was just known for
He's just on one. Yeah.
just doing the most. Thank you. Doing the most. Having coaches capable of doing their jobs and then doing their jobs for them. So he always was in control of what was going on. He never let our offensive coordinator, who called the plays, we had a great offensive coordinator actually, and he would never let him call the offense. He would never let him call the offense. At one point, there was one game where I remember just running that whole series down the field because all he did was call run plays. That's it. So a run play, you're literally physically having to move everybody a certain direction to get the ball off and get them going.
He sound like me when I used to play Madden. All I ran was running plays.
Look, like, but eventually the defense is going to figure out they're just running one run plays.
Yeah.
But to him, it didn't matter. He said, "I don't care if they know what the play is. Like, so we gotta move it. We gotta get this thing going, get the moving, and get the ball down the field." That was his philosophy. I'm not saying it was a terrible philosophy because hey, I don't care if you know what I'm gonna do. You gotta stop me eventually. So I get that aspect of it. Especially looking back then, high school, we're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing? But I get that philosophy. It was just executed poorly.
It surprises me then that even though you had such a poor winning streak, and it sounds like football was tough in high school, it surprises me that you still went on to college to play football.
Yeah, because that was my senior year. That was my first year starting, and I just so happened to benefit from his craziness. Because one of our plays we had, I was a what we call a pulling guard. No, I was tackle. So I was on the far left side of the offensive line, and that was my position. I was the left tackle on the offensive line. I protect the quarterback. So that wasn't even a position where you could get accolades for real. I can't get tackles on my offense. I can't actually get tackles unless something happens or something goes wrong. I don't get any of the defensive accolades or any of that shit. I just get pancakes, which is literally blowing up the defensive linemen, putting them on their ass. That is the only stat that I could get is if I put this man on his ass every time. However, with how he called the offense, I benefited because we had a play where I would pull to the right or to the left. I would just be the pulling tackle in general and lead the running back to a touchdown. Like that was I was like personal guard. The running back would be right next to me or a little bit behind me. He would read my block and then go from there. Go get the touchdown, get the next yards, whatever. That was our consistent play that we called. And I benefited that because I was good in that position of being able to pull and block a linebacker or a cut a defensive back. I was able to make film off that.
That means you were pretty fast then.
Mm-hmm. That's why I keep saying I'm a smoke Witcher's ass when I get my passport and beat him in a foot race in Canada. That's how confident I am, Witcher. I hope you're listening in the back.
I
I
need
don't
you to
know.
back up like 2 inches from that mic. My ears.
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, so the goal was to win. And even though we didn't win, I won in being able to get a scholarship. And it was probably one of 2 teams that offered me a scholarship.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I didn't know you went on scholarship. That's nice.
Yeah.
It wasn't no full ride. It was a partial. But it was enough for me to get the financial aid package to where at the very least I break even.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's good.
mm-hmm.
So I have a follow-up question to that. So what's the typical process for playing in college from high school? Like, does a scout come out and look at you guys play? Or is it something where you have to try out? Or like what's that process like for like most people who want to play in college?
So that process went. The typical process is that uh, high school candidates that want to go to college has a celebration day, a celebratory day called signing day.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. I've heard of that.
so yeah, you may have seen it on a lot of like I think they actually had like the NFL draft, but it's similar to that, to where you would have to do a certain amount of tests, and that could put you in the bracket of um, being the best or being the fastest or being the most agile or being the strongest. They have these tests here that you would go through to
Hmm.
get into a position to get looked at. So you had to have a bench press test. You had to go through what we call a 40-yard dash. I think we did a squat test too, which is, you put in your max squat or bench. No, no, take that back. That's just for strength. But for endurance, you just did the bench press test. You didn't. I don't think we did squat tests or anything like that. If anything, they just took our max and then just went from there. So you go through these training days. Depending on who's your parent, who's your coach, you can have some people filming you doing these tests as scouts are out there looking and watching and going about it, getting with records that they need to be able to make a decision on whether they will offer you a scholarship or not. Hi, Jess. Welcome in, love. Welcome in. Uh, so you would go through that process and they'll tally up everybody in that district and then they'll make their selections based off that information that they have. Or maybe there's a player who don't do well in bench press or the 40-yard dash, but you see his film and he's a playmaker. So you had a couple different options you could go about it, and that just depended on what the coach was looking for. So they maybe say, hey, he's got a quick 40-yard dash, but he's not explosive off the line. I'll take him from this 40-yard dash speed and make him explosive. So, like that's kind of how they went about it. With my particular situation, um, I did poorly on the ACT my first time around.
What was your
So
score?
the first score was like I think a 17.
Uh, What's the highest you can get again? ACT?
Shit,
It's like
like
a
30.
32.
Yeah,
Oh
like
yeah, that is kind of low. You're right.
so
TMI.
that hey, it was, and that put me in a position. That put me in a particular position to not to go through those tests and all that stuff. But then they say, "Oh, wait a second, because this is a 2-part. there's two parts to a scholarship. It's academics and athletics. If you a dumbass, but you're athletic as fuck, you can probably make it. There ain't really too many in betweens. They'll work with you if you're athletic enough. But you gotta at least be able to pull some C's out your ass or do something. Like,
What was your GPA when you graduated?
and Jess said 36 is the highest. So that was,
yeah, that's even worse.
yeah, yeah. So GPA, what was I at? I was at like a 2.5. Like I hated high school. I hated school in general. Like it didn't really it didn't challenge me. Like I don't feel like the school challenged. Like, we just kind of getting through, trying to make it out the way, like I wasn't really trying to be the best student, but that kind of, going into anything with that mentality can screw you up in the long run. But I had a 2.5. I was good on that end. He just said, I need you to get an ACT of 18 and above.
Oh, you just needed one more.
I need one
more point.
I need one more from you, dog. So
you retook it, and what'd you get?
I got a 19.
Go.
Going above and beyond.
I got the 19. I got the 19. I'm like, hey, coach, I did it. Sign me up, please.
I'm going to do you one better.
But the downfall
You did that.
Thank you. Hi, Sushi. I see you, love. Sushi, they hit these sub goals, so you gotta pick a scary game for me for the 2-hour game stream. But they hit the goal, so you get to pick. Yes, you're actually on the accolade of bounties. The first sub goal was 15 for the scary game, and then 25 for the scary game stream, and they smashed that. So you get to pick because you're a scary game expert. I literally threw you in there. I forgot to tell you I threw you in there. So, but you're on the bounty list with me, and you get to pick my scary game because you're a scary game expert. But what was I saying?
Talking about the
So-
ACT.
Yeah,
So I got a 19. And the thing about my signing day was that I missed signing day because the last test in the ACT was like July 26th or 20, like it was really close to opening season already. So I didn't get to do my own signing day. I didn't have the flash or the flare that signing days get. So I missed my signing day. Having to do the AC test like that. And then when I did sign, I signed with the coach that recruited me. But they had already started summer camp. They had went through summer camp for like 6 weeks to get ready for the upcoming season. And I came in at like week 4.
Oh.
So I had to do this thing called red shirt, which is basically the process of saying, hey, I am making myself ineligible to play this season. I may not be ready to play. I don't know the playbooks, etc., etc. I'm not in shape. I'm not in the mentality. Whatever y'all been doing for the last 4 weeks, I won't be ready for that first game. I won't even see the field probably.
Damn.
So they did this thing called a red shirt, which is you reserving that year of play for another time. So I still had 4 years to play. Which really, it kind of worked out, but kind of didn't have to say, but I get into that later. But I had the red shirt, so I had to be be part of the practice squad, just line up, give the real offense or first team offense looks, give first team defense looks, because I was an offensive lineman, and we would go against the ones on defense, and kind of made my reputation from there. That's probably, if I wish I had played that first year, but I think that probably would have been my best year because, injuries happen later.
Yeah.
I do play games. That's crazy.
So it sounds like football was like a big part of your life from like middle school to college.
Mhm.
When
Yeah.
you did get to college and you were playing football and stuff, that probably took up a lot of time.
Yeah.
But what are some other things you kind of got into outside of that? Did you even have time to do anything, or was football life?
So football, they have this saying, right, where they say school is first, football is second.
Uh huh.
That ain't true. That ain't true. You working, if you had a job, if you had a job that kind of had the same schedule as what we did as a football team, you quit that damn job. Like you be sitting there like, "Man, I just did 14 hours today. What are you talking about?" Like it was that to that point because we would get up early, lift or do film or do whatever. Maybe even hit the field and jog or get in shape. Basically, we work out twice a day. Um, with games being on Saturday and our recovery stretch day being on Sunday. So we didn't get a day off.
Mm.
Well, we 7 days out the week. Okay. School, school is between 9 and 5, Monday through Friday. Football was 24/7, 7 days out the week. Like,
Mm.
so it was a huge part. But in college, you had time. You don't get me wrong, they gave us our downtime. But how I was built, I need rest. So I really didn't have a chance to like go and be part of a club or part of like an organization that they have on college campus and shit like that. You really don't have time to do that. But you
What
do.
about dating?
Dating was hard too in college because
Uh huh.
I went to an extremely small school.
Uh huh.
Like this, we were part of the first football team ever at that location. They had just started basically.
Oh,
It's,
oh wow.
yeah, so they probably
That's
had,
interesting.
yeah, they probably had a daytime program for maybe 5 or 7 years prior to us entering the field.
Uh
So
huh.
they just bought this Motel 8 and turned it into dorms,
Not the Motel 8,
like
Lord.
so. Hi, Jeannie. You on your lunch break? So they turned the motels into dorms. They bought houses. Like we had houses they turned into schoolhouses or whatever. Uh,
Wow.
and the football team was responsible for moving all of that shit in. They didn't have a moving team. They had us.
Wow.
So,
It's the free labor for me.
Right.
bro, like, if I'm looking back now, I probably should have transferred it, but I was already in. I was in it to win it. See, win.
So when you graduated college, did you miss playing football? Because it seemed like it went from like 100 to zero. You know,
It
you end up getting
was
your first job. First of all, would you go to school to study outside of football?
business administration with an
Oh,
emphasis in
okay.
HR.
Hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Because
Your
this,
first job out, was it in that field?
no, it
What was
was.
your first job out?
I was a sales rep for a chemical company.
What kind of chemicals?
Chemicals like paint stripper, like stuff like that. So
Interesting.
like it was mainly marketed towards companies that worked in like the woodworking uh elements of business. So furniture stripper, we would
Yeah.
sell dissolvents, like chlorine, like anything chemicals wise, we sold it.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And they fired you? They had a nerve to fire you?
Well,
Hmm.
that's another thing with the marketing. It was a predominantly, if they had a target market, it would be men, Caucasian men in the ages of 45 to like 65 or
I
70.
see.
So, hey, how you doing? Yes, yeah, I'm a brother. Shit. Oh, the hell no. Fuck. Let me,
Damn. Yeah.
let me, shit, let me,
They'll
all right,
hang
let me
up
cheat.
on you?
Well, oh, a sale rep call your phone right now, you're hanging up on them
I
as
mean,
soon
yeah, I
as.
guess that's fair.
You ain't code switch?
Oh, I did my best, but
Let me hear your code
did
switcher
my
voice.
best.
I did.
Let me hear your
Right.
code switching professional voice.
I did. But here's the thing: what you hear now is probably not what they heard back then. 'Cause it was my first job. So I get on the phone. Hey, how you doing, Nye? Well, my name is.
Like you play like you trying to sell some chemicals to me. Okay.
Okay, all right. I get
Call
on the
me
phone
up.
then. I get on the phone then.
Okay.
Bring,
Please.
Hello?
bring. Hi, is Nye available?
This is she.
Hey, Nye, this is Ken with a
Click.
chemical company.
Not the government.
Right?
Messed up. Code switching.
And you know what's funny? I had to go through that 70 times because that was our quota for the day. You had to get 70 calls.
Wow.
70?
70 calls a day.
Good job.
We had a program to where they would track you. They would track you. If you only did 45 calls a day, dog, what happened?
Wow.
Oh, you got 109 in? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it would literally go through, it would be a cycle every single day. So I've never been on the phone like this in my life.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
this is probably where my gift of gab came from. Like, it was practice. It wasn't given. I earned it. Like, literally trying to figure out ways and taking different notes and studying different salesmen and picking up what they say or just going about it a different way to try to own it and hone that skill. I wanted this job because if I did get hired, it was an internship first off. So that's how they was able to like just let me go easy peasy because I was still on an internship. But the internship would turn into a job if you can prove that you can sell. And with my experience, what I was going through, I worked there 10 months. I may have sold maybe 20 times, maybe. Like it it was rough. It was rough,
Yeah,
but
sales is tough.
it's really
It's a rough
tough.
business.
It really is. That's why I have that kind of sympathy for sales reps. I'll let you say your whole spiel. Go ahead. Say your whole spiel. Cause I know where you're coming from. But nah, I don't want that. But I heard you out at least. I gave you that chance to try and sell it to me. I knew the answer already, but at least you got that rep in of getting the full spiel out and trying to present yourself in a way where, hey, would you like to try this out? I only did that for people I sympathize with. If you're hard-headed, click. It's over. Phone call's over. I gave you a chance. I did. But, nah, I don't want that. Be easy. Hang up quick thinking I'm a
Okay.
salesman. I'm a weak.
You have any questions about this period in his life, Dana?
Not at the present moment. I don't.
How's the
So
answers so far? Is there something that y'all...
it's good. I like
Yeah,
it.
you're doing good.
It's really interesting. I like learning about people and like their life progression and stuff and their experiences and stuff when they were in school or in college or whatever. So it's really interesting to me. I am curious about this little girlfriend you had back in college. Was that your first girlfriend?
Hey,
The one that
now,
broke up with you?
Let's get to the tea.
Yeah, hold up.
Take your time. Take your time.
Think about it.
Cognac went down the wrong pipe.
Mm.
Woo! What was that question? Sirens. Hi, sirens.
Your girlfriend in college, was that your first girlfriend?
That was my first real adult.
Your first
girlfriend.
heartbreak?
That was the first real heartbreak too. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. Had to go through it though.
Yeah. How long were y'all together?
10 months. About the
10
same
months.
same
I
length
mean, that's
same length as that job. like, like
Damn.
that was another thing too, right? Uh, I so how the process went was I
Coochie telling on you in
graduated.
chat.
He sure is. Bopping in high school, huh? Sotting and bopping.
First, they said girlfriend, Coochie man. They said girlfriend. Okay, girlfriend.
He was
Somebody,
quiet, but he had the thoughts, huh?
I don't know what he talking about. This guy's
The truth comes
exaggerating.
out.
Hey, bro, somebody time him out. But first girlfriend was after college. And I met her. This how my brain processed this. I graduated from college. First thing I do is go buy a PS4. First week
Oh,
into yeah, oh yeah.
Was that like the first system you've ever bought yourself as like an adult?
Yeah,
Yeah, mine was
Yeah.
a PS4 too.
Same.
yeah, like it was a used PS4. Tekken 7 just came out. Like
Hey.
we was in there. Okay, I bought that immediately, right with my graduation money. Bought it that first week. Second week, I had already had that job lined up. So
Mhm.
second weekend after graduating college, second week out, I'm working. Third week out, I meet this Tinder off of Tinder. It's crazy.
Oh.
Tender off a Tinder.
The Tenderoni.
Yeah,
So what
well,
was it about her profile that made you swipe right?
Right.
you know how at some point we've all had like a checklist of what your dream girl or dream boy or dream they them. I cover everything, okay?
By
Everybody. Inclusion is always okay.
I appreciate it.
Included.
Period. So,
So I had a mental checklist of, just what my dream girl would look like. And she was that.
Hmm.
She was that. She had literally all the components that I was attracted to.
What were some of the things on your list?
Uh it's funny.
Ah.
It's funny you say that. So the first thing was that, she was going to school.
Okay.
She was going to be a graduate. She was a couple years under me. I was 23, she was
Okay,
20.
so you like the smart girls.
So I really like some smart girls.
Okay.
Cause I had he says Coochie Man says I have thoughts, but that's not
You
real.
said
That's
you had 3 at the same time.
Damn. We're gonna circle back to that.
there's no need. We don't have to
So it's true. That means you really are a pimp. Wow.
No.
Pimping ain't easy, but somebody got to do it.
Hey bro, what you
Slanging
doing?
and banging.
Damn.
Hey bro, yeah, tweaking. Yeah. Hey bro, what you doing, dog? What do you mean? No,
I do have a question about that. I am very curious about how does one juggle 3 people at once?
Yeah, teach us, Roger. 'cause
Yeah.
Oh,
we
I
don't know.
okay, all right. So this is why I could never be like a player or a pimp because this shit was frustrating. Why?
Wait, so you about to so it's true.
I had to think about what he was talking
Ah.
about, but this didn't happen in high school. This didn't
Okay.
happen in high school. This happened actually after my breakup. This is when that happened. Where
Wow. So after college.
yeah, so this was after college.
Okay.
Went through the breakup, but like I told you, I had to face all of those challenges alone and sober. So I had to face all that shit. So there is no
So you went to so you're the way you dealt with it, you went to Tinder.
no. Couldn't afford it. All I could afford was tears. Nah, I couldn't afford to be on no damn app. I couldn't afford no dates. I couldn't afford
In
shit.
that
So
little phase.
like I'm outside with Thomas, shit, singing, like going through it. I had to go through it, but after I processed my pain, after
Uh-huh.
I processed everything that happened in the healthiest way I could, after I got to a point, because it was some months after that breakup to where I was even comfortable with dating, no relationships, just dating. Like that's all I was there for, to just kick it and have a good time. So
So
after,
how did the three happen?
just you you
Pause and then the
you
explanation.
you swipe right, and they swipe right, and just you have a few conversations, you say, hey, I think I want to meet this person. So I met one, and then another one swiped right on me, and conversations was cool. Then I met up with them one day, and then just I'm still on the app because I ain't committed to anybody. So you're still on the app, still swiping, and someone else swiped right on me. So it just kind of can happen. Just happens from time to time. Just you'll play, you get it. You know what I'm saying? You get it. But just I had time. I had time. I had a new job. Um, and I was interested in all of these women, but that did not last long because that shit. First off, is I was paranoid. Anytime we went somewhere, I'll be like, man, it'll be just my luck if someone yada yada such and so walk on through here. Like I was paranoid of that aspect.
Did they
So
ever like? Did you ever run into someone while you were out with the other?
no, no. But my
Never.
city's small.
Uh
Like
huh.
you can date someone and their cousin may have went to high school with you.
Dang.
Like it was small
Okay, I
like
see what you mean.
that. Yeah, so it wasn't small enough to where we would you have a chance, of course, but it wasn't that small to where you would. It'd be a stroke of luck if you do get caught like that, right? That's how it
Yeah.
was. But it's still possible that, like I said, people talk, people have, what I'm saying. This is young, 20s. Everybody talking about who they talking to or whatever, such and such and so and so. So that was always a possibility. I never wanted to experience that. One, I never wanted to experience that. Two, energy it takes. You gotta, you stepping it up and trying to converse with a woman. You gotta come through with the energy. If the energy's not right, it's gonna feel off to a certain degree. So I'm trying to put all this energy into getting to know them genuinely,
Uh
and
huh.
what I'm saying, seeing where this goes. Uh, and then three, it was expensive. I was paying for all the dates and shit. Like
Dating it can be expensive.
dating can be expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's nice, but it's a certain tax bracket you need to be in to date. You know what I'm saying? Uh, So that shit was adding up. I was like, okay, yeah, I could never legitimately be a player or anything like that.
You wasn't doing it right.
Sure, yeah, I wasn't doing it right. Like, I wasn't doing it right because I was doing it in the way that I only knew. But only the way I knew is just to have one person and then do all that other shit. I didn't have the energy to deal with three people, and then
Uh huh.
the get aspect of getting caught too. I was just not. I ain't want them problems. So that shit, I started cutting, not cutting people off, but I started kind of ruling people out. I was like, okay, she's young, she's real cool people's, but I graduated. I just dealt with a college woman. I'm not dealing with another. I'm like, okay, all right, I can rule this out. I'm done with the. I'm graduate. I'm gonna deal with the women that are out of school, like, and kind of go from there. So I ruled her out. Another girl. Uh, I forgot even why that ended, but just I started to rule them out eventually.
Can we go back to your list of qualities that you were looking for that you had?
Oh, like
Yeah.
the dream girl setup.
Yeah. What do you look for? And
Uh,
like, what do you look? What was on your list then, and has any of that changed now?
so I one of the like physical traits I do like uh is that I still am a huge fan of locks. Like I'm a
No.
I'm a huge fan of locks. Anytime my
We should get you
homegirls,
some.
nah, I don't think that's in the cards for me. I'm not buying anybody's locks and then no, not putting that in my head.
Locks are beautiful. I love them.
No. So yeah, they are. So she was five like four, five
Uh-huh.
four. Um, uh, in college for 2 degrees. She pursuing 2 degrees at the same time. Thick. Yeah, a little something in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, this is cool. Uh, very connected with her family. Um, I grew up in the church. She grew up in the church, so we also had that aspect with us. And her family loved me. Her family loved me as soon as I like got to know him. And it was a situation where I was like, damn, I might need to, you know, consider, eventually throwing that ring on her. Cause she literally
Oh,
had
you thought you was gonna marry her?
eventually. Eventually. That's how I
So
kind of
your
look
heart
at
was
it.
really broken then.
Yeah.
Because you thought this was your
Dang.
wife.
You were
Yeah.
invested.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the thing was that I wasn't fucking around either. I was
Mm,
I
you're serious.
I haven't
Mm.
spoke to her since then, but I still gotta be in like the top three like best boyfriends you ever had, cause I was on my game. Okay, I was locked in. You know what I'm saying? I paid attention. I did all the things that I needed to do, or what I felt needed to be done for her, but all those things wasn't for her,
So what were
and we
the
figured
issues
that out.
then? How come she broke up with you after you got fired from your job?
Definitely poor timing
Yes.
It
on her
just
behalf.
Like she had no type of like consideration for like you and like what
Empathy.
you were going through. So it had to be bad. Something had to happen for her to be like, you know what? Fuck you.
the best thing I could say is that it was just our time. We had moments in our relationship where you ever peep something, you just like, I don't really like that about you, or I don't
Yeah.
vibe with you on this aspect.
Uh,
Uh, she was my first girlfriend, so I'm assuming that version of me could have been in La La Land about what's going on in the relationship versus what was actually going on. I could have been in this relationship, and because she had everything I wanted, I went ahead and filled in the dots on everything else.
uh,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I was, like I said, I was putting in that work. I was putting in that work, doing what I felt I needed to do to, what I'm saying, impress, maintain, elevate, shit like that. But at the end of it, it didn't match with what she really wanted. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in that case, it was bound to happen.
Okay. I get that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that was your first love, your first heartbreak.
Yep.
Um, Present day, is Roger dating?
Uh, I am open to dating. I'm open to
Yeah.
dating. I'm open to having some great conversations. I'm open to. I'm more open to, and you kind of you played a role in this. Just open to more dating people outside of my city. For
Mm-hmm.
sure, because that was my thing.
Why
I
did I
didn't.
play a role in that?
You encouraged me. You remember we had a conversation where I was like, I don't think if she ain't 6 hours a drive away, I don't want,
Oh
what I'm saying,
yeah, I do
pursue
remember you
that.
saying that in Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, so and at the same time, I also know that if I'm not running to women that ultimately, first off, now I'm a content creator, so that has a
Uh huh.
different aspect in it. And trying to explain that to somebody that's not in the industry of gaming, content creation, just in general, it can be tough. it can be tough. I attempted to converse with this young lady down in Dallas, but she wasn't in the industry at all and any of that shit. So it made it
How'd you meet her
hard.
then in Dallas?
Somebody plugged me. Somebody was like, "Hey, I think they saw you last time they were in the city, and they wanted to
Oh,
link up." And I was like, "You know what? I remember them. Let's pass me their number. See what happens." So and
okay. W Mans.
yeah, definitely, because it was a couple that actually put the pieces of the puzzle together. It was like, you know what, we're gonna make this happen for them too. So shouts out to them because that girl there, she's a wonderful person. Um, I also just knew that with content creation, I was gonna have to explain a lot, explain why I'm in Discord or why I'm gaming or how I'm trying to create or why I don't have time to dedicate time to you. Like in that aspect, I knew it would have been tough on her because she's just like he's a content creator but don't know all the aspects of what's going on. So, in that instance, when I recognized that, I was like, she's dope as hell, but I can't pursue it if she's not familiar already with what's going on. And again, I'm not saying that she couldn't understand it eventually, but
Mm-hmm.
just going through that whole process would have been a lot. So now I'm open
So,
to like dating, but like dating people outside of my city.
so would you date like another streamer? I know there's a lot of conversation about like streamers not dating another streamer, or like, would you be open to that?
I
Or
would
open to dating someone who is a content creator too?
I would, and the reason why is that borderline understanding of
Mm-hmm.
saying, hey, yeah, so we got a 4 bedroom house and it's just two of us, but two of those are stream rooms. Okay, like having that understanding of saying, hey, we have this space, but we also know, hey, I'm being Discord. You want to hang out?
Uh-huh.
Hop on Discord and chill with us in the gang, and yada yada, such and such and so and so. Or hey, I'm making this video. Oh, do you need any help with this video? Do you need any pointers that could help you level up this video in such and such and so and so? I wasn't necessarily going to, or I'm assuming that I wouldn't necessarily get that from someone who was out the industry. But I do know if I run into the right one, she's gonna have an understanding already that I won't have to teach to nobody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have like a time limit if it's another streamer,
Mm-hmm.
and especially another streamer on Twitch? Maybe they might even be in your community. Would you have like a time limit between like how long you would reveal to your community or the people that you were dating them, or is that something you would just keep under wraps until things got like really serious or whatever? Because my thing is like, you see other streamers dating other streamers and stuff, and you can tell when it's good, and then but you can also tell when shit hits the fan and things start like going south and it just gets really awkward and things like that. So like, how would you navigate that? Or like, and I'm just asking this because I've been there before. I've been
Yeah,
that person dating another streamer, and things ain't work out, and it was just, so.
yeah. So with that aspect, also tragic. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, homie. Um, yeah, like what tragic said, I keep it under wraps, and
Yeah.
here's why. And Zeus, can you pin your question? I'll pin it for you so I can have that in the back. Cause well, if chat get any questions y'all like to add into the conversation, thank you. Please, be sure to grab that question, mods. Besides Dana and Nye, cause they're in here with me. If y'all can do, I would greatly appreciate it. Um, with that aspect, right, I would keep it under wraps, and here's why.
Mm-hmm.
One, we gotta see each other. We're in different cities, and the conversation is going well and going great or whatever. That's
Uh-huh.
cool, but we're in a different city. That shit can change just like that. And you have that right to change like that. You know what I'm saying? That person you be feeling today, you may not be feeling tomorrow. That person you feel this month, you might not feel next month. So it's with that type of with dating in that type of environment where it could just switch and you haven't met this person. They're a stranger to you. They're on the internet. I just see them through a screen. I can cut the screen off. Like, go about my damn day. So with that aspect, I would keep it under wraps, keep it private. And that will be the thing, finding a streamer or gamer gal that understands that or has that aspect already built in her. If she is a person who, let's say I'm doing my anniversary stream today. What's up, Z? What's good, fam? I'm doing my anniversary stream today. And then, without even letting me know, she goes to Twitter, say, hey, Bay is doing anniversary stream. Pull up on them. Didn't tell me that she was gonna do it. If she's more so for like the creator side, the getting your name known side, the getting some more views side on that aspect, it wouldn't work. Like, we got to get to know each other as people. And I'm learning as I go along. It's better to start off as friends, as genuinely as friends, and then sprinkle a little. Damn, you're looking good in that dress. Like, add them aspects later. You know what I'm saying? That's always gonna be there. But building an actual friendship, it's tough. But if you in California, I'm in Missouri. What else we got to do? We can like might as well, get to know, make sure
do a
that
lot, first of all.
I know
You ain't gotta get into details, but you can get into a lot.
But I'm saying, like, in that aspect, when you're in person, things can pick up off of vibes alone. You know what I'm saying? You like, ooh, we didn't went on like the third date, and I think I got a good understanding of him. It's only been a month and a half since you known this motherfucker. But in those aspects, you're like, yeah, hey, I want to help him in his rap career. Like, like it can pick up really quick when you're in person. When you're in the distance type of relationship, you have to build something. Yeah. You have no choice. You can't pull up on them. They ain't down the street. They ain't 20 minutes away. You can't go and drop them off lunch at work or whatever, such and such and so and so. So you do have to build some type of foundation. And I think that aspect was probably better for me because, of course, we find each other mutually attractive, so we got that down. Let's see if we actually match up personality wise, business wise, future life. If you want a family, shit like that, we can actually.
So you looking for your wife?
I mean, yeah, I would like to get out the streets. The streets kind of dirty. I don't.
You heard it here, chat. Roger's looking for his wife.
Like looking, but like staying focused too. Like if she appears, what I'm saying, then cool. But we focused on it just be a nice little accolade to scoop up on the way to the goal. Roger,
so did you see Zeus' question?
Hold on, let me read it. Roger said, "You tired of being in these streets? When dating another content creator, would there be an understanding that there's a likely chance the opposite sex will flirt with them or yourself in said chats?" Yes, there do need to be an understanding because it does happen. But also,
how would you feel like that? How would you feel if someone was flirting with your girl?
So if we're known or not, if we're known, then it will. If she puts an understanding out there, this is kind of when the personality kicks in and those values. If we have those same values, okay, hey, this is my gal. I have this that mod, that VIP, that such and so and so. That's my gal. So let me holler at you behind the scenes, let you know, hey, I always appreciate you sliding through if you're flirting with me and my gal. I expect my gal to have a certain aspect in this too. Hey, I appreciate you always coming through, but the flirting gotta stop. This is my gal. I wouldn't necessarily front them out in front of the stream and all that shit unless they absolutely was just pressing, you know what I'm saying, on me like that. But they say it's something a little slight, you know, hey, I appreciate that. We've always had a good relationship, but let me let you know where I'm standing. I got a gal now, and that wouldn't be a good look. Now, can I stop anybody from saying shit in stream? No. But I can control how I respond to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would take care of that shit.
Z, I'm reading Z's comment.
Dap me up.
Dana, I didn't mean to take over. Come ask some questions, girl. I'm running out.
You know, you good. This rum is kind of hitting right now.
Oh,
so.
Lord.
Let's go. Hey, pull up if you got a drink. Dark Shinobi Kun, what's good, homie? What's good? Welcome in, welcome in. Z, what's happening, fam? How you feeling, dog? Tragic, you got family in Missouri? Listen, Vonnie said, I feel differently at times. None of us joined Twitch with the intention to date as content creators, but with many of us being in the same spaces, streams, chats, we connect a lot. And on this journey as a content creator, we find our person that's just on the plus. Like,
that's real.
It's hard, man. Like, let me go ahead. You know, she knows I stream. Like, she pulls up. You know what I'm saying? She knows I stream. She knows the what all comes with streaming and just trying to be a content creator. Yeah. Let's have a little conversation and then see if we match up for real. But we're gonna do that in private first. Hi, Tula. Tula in the building.
I don't know if chat has any questions. We've talked a lot so far about Roger's childhood, how life was for him, and middle school, high school, college. Football was a big part of his life. How he was a pimp when he was younger, had the hubs.
Oh.
You know, we talked about all of this, and we talked a little bit about, you know, his past dating experiences and his current dating experiences and what he's looking for. I want to know, does chat have any questions? What are y'all interested in knowing about Roger? Something that you've always thought about or wanted to know? Even if it's about streaming or gaming, my questions are a little bit more personal because I'm more interested in knowing who the person is outside of Twitch, outside of gaming. But let me know if y'all have any Twitch or gaming specific questions. Put them in chat.
I do have another question.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like different from the line of questioning so far.
Okay.
I know that something that you're really into, one of your hobbies, is cars.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly got you into that, and when did that start for you?
That's a good question. I like that.
Yeah. Also, what's up, Maya? Papaya, Maya. Damn, this liquor hitting. I ain't even taking no shots yet.
All right. Maya, papaya, Maya. Definitely hitting.
Making a song out of it.
You know, that's what I started off doing though, was singing. Like, yeah, I did a lot of singing in the beginning. I was my own sound alert box for a while. Like,
did we reach the goal for you to do karaoke?
No.
Not yet.
We are, and I should have put it on this scene. And actually, it's not too late too. I can add it on and see where we're at. But no, I think we hit the merch goal. So we gotta do 2 giveaways for 2 limited edition white welcome in shirts. I'll start the raffle in a little bit, probably after our Pirate Talk episode. But let me add the browser source. Oh shit, I got sub count and then sub goal. Why did I not separate these? Okay, that's not the one. So we can. Who did it? Hey, bro. Thank you for the gifted sub. This man finna hit 300 fucking subs, bro. Bro, put it up.
That money.
Put it up. Put it up. Close your purse. I would greatly. We don't have to. We don't have to, y'all. We don't. Who did it? Z. See, I'm saying the same thing to you. We're at 63.
Let's
Hold
go.
on, what you mean?
We're at 63.
Let's go.
We- I didn't think we was,
Run it up, y'all. We need that cosplay.
we don't, not necessarily.
We kind of
Not,
do though.
not my saying she ain't know you was bald.
Yeah, I guess.
Not they call
So-
him Captain Scapula.
Wow.
I,
It's the do rag without no do.
I I hate that so much. Hold on, let me scroll up, make sure I ain't missed no. How many siblings you got? So I have 4 siblings total, 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
Tracy asks, is streaming easy or hard to you?
It's gotten easier. It's gotten easier. It started off hard though. Cause just if you never experienced this, then you kind of miss out on a great lesson, which was learning how to talk to yourself.
Uh-huh.
You gotta
That's real.
on the entertainment side of Twitch, because don't get me wrong, you can be on Twitch and be silent. You ain't gotta say a damn thing if you don't want to. But for me, I had to learn how to talk to myself live on stream. Them first like 3 months on Twitch, I think I had just got to affiliate in August, and I've been streaming since May. So I went 3 months of building this skill up of conversing and 3 months. Build 3 months of just being by myself and getting used to being by myself on stream and trying to make content out of what's going on, talk about what's going on during the game, talk about my day, talking about just finding other shit to talk about. Just like a regular conversation with somebody or somebody you're interested in. If you're on the phone, first off, you're on the phone, you caked up on the phone, you cupcaking and shit, you know what I'm saying? You got that little added little salt tray to your voice and shit like that. You don't want the conversation to be silent. You gonna figure out a way to, you know what I'm saying, keep the conversation going. So in that aspect, I learned how to keep the conversation going, even if nobody is conversing with me. So that made streaming easier for me. And Grumpy, thank you for the resub, bro. 3 months, golly. You're always so friendly and smiling. I'm curious, what's the angriest you've ever been? Ooh, okay.
That's a very
Ooh,
good
good question.
Yeah.
Angriest I've ever been. Angriest I've ever been on stream or just period?
Period.
Period. I think it would probably come back to that relationship. That I was, like to
That would really hurt you, huh? It did.
yeah.
Wow.
So it brought out emotions that I hadn't experienced because before her, I was used to being single. I was used to being single. I hadn't had an actual adult relationship before. So this is my first one. So I'm used to being single.
Was
But
that your last one too?
was that my last one? I mean, I think officially, yeah, that was my last official relationship was her, and that was about 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Was it 4 years ago? 18, no, 5 years ago was the last time I was in a relationship. But I think it was because of how it ended or how it was portrayed to me on why we were ending versus what actually happened, and finding out certain elements were in the back in this relationship that kind of you ever hear the saying ladies will break up with you 2 months internally before you even know it. That is what happened. I'm clueless about my relationship, and then meanwhile it could have been 2-3 months that this has been building up to. So I was angry. I was angry because of what they did, what they did, how they did it, and would have never ended the relationship like how they did. And then finding out other shit too, it was angry. So that's probably the angriest I've ever been because I had the purpose of making sure that she walked on clouds when she was with me.
Mm.
She didn't have a need for nothing, and this is just off of a job that paid $12 an hour, no insurance, no nothing. I'm making it happen. Okay, going out to the school, making sure she got what she need and all that shit, picking up, dropping off if she needs to, see family if she's in town. We go to church on Sundays. Like her family owned the church, so we was always there when she was in town. They tried to recruit me to get into, be a part of it, but I was like, hold on, we gotta see how this shit go. So in that aspect, that was a good call. But with all of that effort, I can say that it was one-sided. I put a lot of effort in, and I didn't make her work at all to get to know me, to receive this type of love and trust, and it was just given. It wasn't earned. So in that aspect, I was mad. I was mad at her, but I was also mad at myself.
So how did you respond? How did you handle it? Like, what does angry Roger look like? Smashing walls?
No.
Cussing out?
Nah.
Like,
but the most I could do is talk about it. Most I could do was talk about it. So a lot of my friends got to see me be mad, in having these conversations about what the hell just happened or what I just figured out. So they got to see me be mad, yell, cry, but I think I'm gonna punch a hole in the wall that I gotta fix? Nah. You think I'm gonna break some shit that ain't mine? Think I'm gonna break some shit that ain't mine and gotta replace it? No. Like,
people handle issues differently,
Yeah.
Especially when you're still learning how to, emotionally regulate.
My best move. Also, Telion next. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, gang. My best move for me is to thank y'all for the hype train too. Appreciate the subbies. Y'all close. Y'all 6 off. I think are y'all 6 off? No, you're 9 off from the Keith Rogers performance.
Run it up, y'all. Run it
up. What you gonna sing us?
Donations.
I can't leak that. Can't leak all that. Damn. What I can tell you is that it's gonna be at least 3 songs. It's gonna be
we getting 3.
At least 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a little towel and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna do something, what's up, Scorpy?
Talent show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it worth it. 75 subs is a lot. In one day, that's a lot. Okay, so y'all do that. Y'all put in, you know what I'm saying, the gifty subs together. I'm gonna make sure that all of these accolades that are on here, all these bounties that's on this list, y'all hit it. I'm gonna make sure it's worth it. You're gonna have some fun with it.
We getting dance moves too?
I don't know about that one.
Like a whole choreography,
because this office is small, so it's very.
You can do an 8 count.
But it's very easy.
Right from your chair.
It's very easy. I could do right from the chair. I mean, sure, maybe,
yeah.
But I couldn't. This office is way too small. I'm knocking shit over here, and little Tony is flying, and the hammer is just gonna knock some shit out. Like, it's too small to do any type of choreography the way Nye thinking about it. But you're gonna have fun. It's gonna be a fun time. Now things change. Things do change. Growth has to have room in your relationship. You gotta, that person who she is today may not be there a year from now, 2 years from now. She may want to, say, you know what? I enjoyed that support role. I want to switch back. Well, then now I didn't switch over. So now we got another problem where it's just like, now we got to flip flop and figure this shit out and play Tetris with it. But I'm on current. If that's what we on, I don't want to waste your time.
What are you looking for? What's your preference?
As far as
as far as relationship dynamic?
Um, I I have I have a lot of room for a couple different aspects
Mm-hmm.
because um I feel like I'm one of those guys that kind of grew into the leader role.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up being thinking that I was gonna be in the background, you know. I grew up kind of like just like, I could play a support role really well, but shit, just through Twitch, through gaming, through being put in the position of leader, I've now embraced everything that it comes with. And that's just from, just one day saying, hey, I have a lot of people that want to hang out and I don't have a Discord. Let me go
Mm-hmm.
ahead and create a Discord and create a space for the homies to, if they ever feel comfortable sliding through, they can slide through. When I started doing that shit, I became more open to being that leader. Um, so in that aspect, I don't mind it. I think I have that mentality to try and make decisions based off of how both of us can benefit and not just
Mm-hmm.
me. I'm very considerate. I'm very considerate. When I'm dating somebody, I study them and like try to figure out how can I help elevate them. But I'm also watching if they're trying to elevate me too, because if you're just if you don't know what you really want, or you become a bill, become an asset, you become kind of a bill where it's just like I'm dumping all these resources and all this effort into you and I'm not getting no payout on, what I'm saying, this type of relationship. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I'm trying to build some shit. I'm trying to make some shit shake. And if you're not trying to also have, first off, be okay with not being under me 24/7 or vice versa. Like you got to be chasing something too. Uh so yeah, I guess that would kind of be my dynamic. I never really thought about it till now. Then Dana said, "What is your definition of a friend, and when do you consider someone a friend?" I consider someone a friend when we. Also, what's up, Scorpy? Golly, I'm behind. Behind ain't the word. I'm so far behind. I'm where Grumpy resubbed. Golly, Scorpio, if you're here, thank you for being here. What's up, Steady? What's up, Links? Golly, I thought I had it on auto. I thought I had it on auto move. It did not. I hope y'all shit. But definition of a friend. It's kind of a friend in a romantic relationship to me are shit damn near both sides of the same coin. Like there's literally a few aspects that change. But other than that, you're a friend. You're somebody who one care for this person. You want to see them be great in everything that they do and achieve. You want to help them build and achieve. You want to go through the long haul because this person you connect with. You have a connection with them. You're able to build the connection, or the connection can sometimes be instant in both aspects. So I think if you see someone and you're just like, hey, this is a dope person here. I want to see them win. Um, when they're hurt, I'm hurting. Like if they're going through something, I'm going through it with them. We can build a connection like that. There's really not too much of a difference between friends and romantic relationships, but that would be a friend for me, someone who's looking out for me, and I'm looking out for them because it is a relationship. It's a give and take type of deal. It's not just one sided. If it is one sided, you need to let the friends go. You need to kind of look at your circle and be like, hey, we've been cool, but you ain't really been on shit. Like we trying to make some shit shake. That would kind of be my definition of what a friendship is. It's a give and take, and it's a bond, and you want to see somebody win. Yeah, the feelings need to be mutual. Like it needs absolutely needs to be mutual. Um, that's just with all relationships, dog. We can sit here and say, I give my love is unconditional. I'll be honest with you. There's only like two people I got unconditional love for, or like where they can almost do whatever, and I'd be mad, but I still love them. Not everybody deserves that type of love though, and that's where you got to get picky with, if that makes any sense. I know I'm rambling.
No, you're good.
Mm.
I have another follow up question. What are some things that you consider for you personally to be red flags?
Mm.
That's a red flag for me. Someone who's inconsiderate.
Hmm.
Someone who's inconsiderate. Like, don't get me wrong, you ain't gotta be a detective to you ain't gotta notice every single goddamn thing, right? But like if you notice I'm like going through it, if I'm having a bad day, or I'm just not my normal, chipper or cool self. What will you do about that? You can't always, change some shit cuz some shit gets grimy real quick. Life is already tough, but what do you do to make life a little less tough for me? What do you do? I'm going to be watching for that aspect. I tell you I had a terrible day and you just like, well, tough break, cuz everybody had tough days. Like, I'm like, you
Yeah.
going out the door, okay?
This shit irks me too.
Come on now. Like, you ain't tried to crack no joke. You ain't hitting me up talking about some let's go grab some food. Hey, I do drive by hugs, okay? If my homies going through it, they're like, bro, it's just been a lot going on. Hey, bro, where you at, dog? I'll stop whatever I got going on to go check up on my friends, you know. And that goes double for you two in this VC, okay? I'm letting you two know that right now. If y'all was in the area where I could pull up and give y'all some hugs, I would, okay? Actually, one of y'all might a little bit sooner than later, okay? I'm just letting you know that right now, okay? I ain't gonna say where you're from, but you know what I'm talking about. But that would kind of be my thing with, friendships. That's what I look for, you know. And
Okay.
did I even answer the question?
No, you did. That was perfect.
That
Thank
was a
you.
Okay.
good question. Yeah.
Hmm.
And he said, I understand love can be greater for one more than the other, but love needs to be there. That is where this is where shit gets tricky. Because if somebody is delusional about that love, or they're in that relationship with rose covered glasses, then that is where relationships I feel like are simple, but we make them complicated by first off making excuses for grown folks. Like, we will give someone the benefit of a doubt if we like them. Well, they were just having a bad day. Maybe they just gave that person that number because they wanted. They were having a bad day. It was a good pick me up. No, no. We're not gonna. You know what I'm saying? We give each other excuses. A lot of times, and love can be, oh, they're just having a bad day. Oh, they're having another bad day. Shit, it's a bad month. I had bad months before. Like it could kind of make shit escalate. So I 100% agree with you, Seti. And you said, who are your top 5 favorite people you like? Where have you been? What are you talking about? I haven't seen you in a minute, Scorpy. Don't do me like this. Don't do me like this, Scorpy. Um, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it as far as relationships go. Um, how do how do y'all feel about um especially experiencing, dating in the content creator space? What were some of the benefits that kind of stood out to this question for you, Nye, you, Dana, or chat just in general? Do y'all had any aspects of dating on in the content creation field, and what were some of those benefits that stood out from normal dating?
Okay, what was the question again? I was trying to find this link so I can post it.
Uh,
Something about benefits of dating and
yeah.
content creation.
So dating someone in the content creation realm, what were some benefits that stood out compared to dating someone who's not in the field?
Definitely one benefit was like creating content together. That was always fun, you
Well, that's
know?
cool.
Yeah. Creating content together, gaming together, hanging out in Discord together. Um, uh, that's always a good time because especially if you're dating someone who's a content creator and if it's long distance on top of that,
Mm.
then spending time together and trying to connect is always, it should always be a priority. And it's just nice when you both have the same interests
Hmm.
or both part of the same community or Discord or whatever, and you're able to connect doing the same things together. So that was always I always loved that, especially like the hanging out in Discord part together.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, mm, that's definitely a pro. Con is if shit goes south, then and you share a lot of the same
Child.
friends and
Talk
are
about it.
part of our similar communities, then it can get very awkward very quick.
Uh-huh.
Um, but I mean, if someone is worth it, then you take that risk. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And then you gotta see what's over there, just see. It's curious enough, right?
yeah,
But shit shit don't always work out. Some people here for a
yeah.
reason, some here for a season.
I
Uh
mean, I was lucky in that like when me and this particular person didn't work out, it didn't end like there was no real foul bad shit that happened between us where it made me completely lose respect for that person or whatever. Like, we just came to agreement that, you're not that person for me. We're not a good fit for each other. So we didn't end on a real bad note, but and so it wasn't messy. There's really no type of drama. And so
That's
I was
good.
always like, like don't he's still a good person. He has a good heart. He's still a good person. Like there's no reason for y'all to stop supporting him or hanging out in his chat or whatever. Like still go by and support him. He deserves that. And you don't have to pick between me or them. Like it's fine. We just didn't work out. But if some foul shit would have happened, then I don't know if I would have been able to handle it that well. But thankfully, in that situation, you know, things ended fine. So
I completely agree with that. I'm not with the drama, bro. I'm
Yeah.
not with
yeah,
the drama. And
Absolutely.
if you make me take it there, like I don't want to. I don't. I really don't. I'm a peaceful pirate, okay? Peaceful pirate.
A
If you
peaceful
make
pirate.
me go there, we gotta go there, cause But you don't ever want to, and you would hope that again, just building off that long distance aspect, you gotta get to know this motherfucker. Like you never really know how someone is until they're mad, of course. So you can't predict everything, but you gotta get 80% of it right. Where you just like, okay, I think we can try something. You have a couple aspects that I may not have gotten to see if we were dating in the same city. So you did get to know that person, and I'm very thankful that it didn't go sour because that shit just you don't want to be remembered as a motherfucker in that one relationship that went really bad and you burnt their clothes or
Oh
like
man.
just
Oh, can't wait to exhale.
just you see, I mean, you see it all the time. You see bad breakups that be online. Like you can literally
Yeah.
Google that shit and it'll be a whole filter on your YouTube. Like bad breakups happen. Oh my god. finding your spouse, a video of you walking in and you seeing your spouse with someone else. Like, I could never be on Zeus.tv. I couldn't do no type of drama. Like, I'm just not built for that. So
Yeah, me neither.
it just
Same.
just can't take it there. But I can take it there. But I don't want to take it there. So I ain't gonna take it there. But you
That's
don't
just
ever want
like
to take
that
it
one
there.
girl on Zeus who nared her boyfriend's hair off when he was asleep.
No.
Y'all remember that?
No.
That shit crazy.
See, I would have to fight.
Yeah.
Damn.
She said he had beautiful hair. He always spent so much time, tending to his hair. And when she found out that he cheated or whatever, and she knew it was the end, she nared his hair while he was asleep. And he woke up and his shit was falling out. Mm-mm-mm.
Now that's foul.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean,
Yeah.
for I'll say it like this, right?
Uh-huh.
Content creation has by far been the route that has given me the growth that I not only wanted but needed.
No.
Just hanging out with y'all have no idea what type of impact that you've had on me. I try my best to describe the impact, and especially when I'm giving my flowers to the people who I hold close and dear to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I've met so many amazing people that just in a combination of high school and college, I've met more people through this aspect, through this lane, than I did in school, period. High school, I probably have 4 or 5 friends total that I keep up with. College, maybe 10, maybe, but really it's probably like 5 if I'm being honest. In content creation, dog, I have met so many people that's been able to touch or just kind of give me their what's the word I'm looking for? Their influence in some way, shape, or form. I've learned something. It's been the most rewarding learning system that I've ever been a part of. I've seen a lot of growth. I've seen a lot of change in myself. I've seen myself get challenged. You guys have challenged me and made me want to be not only a better person, but the person I was always meant to be. And there's a lot of strength in that because me coming from where I came from, constantly, being torn down and going through bullshit, but then also not meeting a whole lot of people who liked what I like or did what I did. Um, the closest aspect that kind of gave me a visual was football, and that was a smooth 10-year run. It was a 10-year run. It's only been a 3-year run. We're celebrating 3 years today. And I've learned more in these 3 years with y'all than I ever have in those 10 years I did with those people in football. So I want y'all to know that I want y'all to know first off that I love y'all. Um, the way that y'all have touched me and helped me grow and also seen me go through some shit and support me and be there for me and not even be in my city. That's how I know. That's how you know the love is real. We not even in the same cities together. But when I did get to experience meeting any streamer, any content creator, any pirate on this ship, uh, it felt like home. When I went to Dallas last year, I was like, at the end of that trip, I said, that's how I should be living. That's how life should be. Being around these people and being around these types of people that show you unconditional love, not unconditional love, but showing you love that you never experienced before, and showing it in a way where you just like, this is not, they're not doing this to get something from me. They're doing this because of the person I grew to be and learned to be in this field, in this industry, and just as a person. So if y'all don't know already, I do love y'all. I do appreciate y'all. 3 years. It can't be done by yourself. The community can't grow by just because of that one person who owns the server or whatever, or building, trying to build something. It takes a whole tribe, and y'all are my tribe that I found, and I'm very grateful. Y'all probably already knew that, but just in case you didn't know that, in case you feel like I'm over here bullshitting or taking a break or anything like that, it's always some work being done on this side. So yeah. Also, I had a few of y'all may know, a lot of y'all may not. I did get invited. So pre time skip Roger, pre COVID, I had started getting into fighting game tournaments. That was kind of my lane that I thought was gonna be my lane. Turned out content creation was the better lane for me. But that's what I thought was gonna be my way into the gaming industry, into streaming. It was just being in these tournaments and fighting in these tournaments and stuff like that. We did an event 4 years ago called the Final Round here in St. Louis, and we had a guy come out there, and unannounced to me, he was somebody who would make an impact on me later. Um, he worked for PlayStation at the time. I didn't know that. He entered the tournament at the time. I knew he entered, but I didn't know who he was. So he worked for PlayStation. He was a major plug, and he really enjoyed what we did there. Um, 4 years ago. So recently he has hit me up. He's invited me to come out and do a walkthrough of an event arena here in St. Louis. And he wants to put an event together. And I'm going to officially be running the Mortal Kombat section of his event. So the flyer, I know the flyer has been made. I think it's like called the Midwest something. I have more updates for y'all, but if y'all in the area,
I feel like you missed some details.
I missed some details.
Yeah,
What
you
I
didn't
missed?
talk about like how long after that tournament, like how much time had passed, and he still remembered you from that tournament and specifically reached out to you because he remembered you. How much time had passed?
I yeah.
I just want y'all to know how much motion Black Gold Roger got. You know what I'm saying? How much influence he got. You feel me? So how many years? How much time?
It was. Hold on. So I did that tournament in 2019, December 2019.
Okay.
He hit me up about a month ago.
Exactly. So what? At least what?
That's 4 years.
Almost 3 years?
3
3
years. Sorry.
years later, this guy reaches out to Roger. He remembers the tournament that he threw back in 2019 because it made such a profound impression on him. And he said, Roger, I want you to help me put on this event that I'm throwing. You know? Roger's sitting at the table with all these influential guys from PlayStation, from where else?
Nintendo.
Where else, Roger? Nintendo. Where else?
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Xbox.
Xbox. Where else?
No, that was it.
You know, and they want him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like how he be talking all small about these types of things. You know what I'm saying? You know, Roger out here making moves. Let's go.
We see you.
We see you.
Yes. We're proud of you. That's awesome.
Yep.
Thank you, cause I when you started building up on there, I was like, ah, shit.
He just casually was like, "Yeah, I'm helping this
Right.
out." Yeah.
You know.
Nothing too crazy, right?
Right.
Something
slight.
slight. Yeah. You know the language. You know the lingo. Yeah. Something slight. But yeah, so that's going down.
I love that for you, Roger. I really
Yeah.
do.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank
Mhm.
you.
You deserve.
I'm excited. We're doing it for the kids too. That's gonna be the real cool part. So with the kids, I could be a little bit more animated. I do plan on streaming the entire event. So I will like I said, it's gonna be going down July 15th. Um, but I'll give y'all a good notice, a good heads up, because I'm going to be streaming it, but that doesn't mean that I may have more people rotating in and out because I'm gonna be the TO of the tournament.
What's TO?
Yeah,
Tournament organizer.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Big time.
Right?
Okay.
Got titles and shit.
You know, I mean
Anyway,
that's just what all tournament organizers is called. They're all called TOs.
I know
you
that.
Yeah.
but not everyone's a tournament organizer. You feel me? just saying.
You know, higher than my direct supervisor. You better stop being humble. Oh,
Right?
Say it
Roger
again,
is very
Hershey.
humble.
Mm-hmm.
man, sent in every application possible. Bro, they hit me up. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, they
Like,
hit him up. He ain't applied to nothing. They reached out to him.
Yeah.
they
Imagine.
did.
Imagine someone from PlayStation reaching out to you to be a part of the event hosted by Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation. That's amazing.
Mm.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Just the beginning. Just the beginning.
I'm hoping, that it goes in the right direction, and if I come with it, then we'll see how the future holds. This year's gonna be about discovery and experimentation in general. That's how even Pirate Talk even came to be. It was just an experiment. Shout out to Tito for telling me I am the Twitch Montel Williams and that I need a talk show.
I mean, you got the bald head and everything. I see
I'm
it.
crying.
I see the vision.
he fucked me up with that shit. I was like, what? I was like, of all people, I mean, I ain't got no beef with Montel, so I guess it works out. But yeah, so that's gonna be going down July 15th, and the flyer has been made. Actually, the post has been made too. I just haven't posted it myself yet because trying to organize all this shit that's been going on this month. But
That thing asexually.
I got you. I'm gonna repost it too. But yeah, did y'all?
Is there anything else that's upcoming that you're really looking forward to?
DreamCon is what month is this? It's like 2 months away now. So I'll be in DreamCon. I'll be in Dallas.
Nice.
July 28th to the 30th, and anybody down there, not Dallas, Austin. It's gonna be in Austin. It was in Dallas last year, and that's where I met a ton of pirates from that one trip alone. I met Simi, I met Janice Plays Games, I met Kenny, like I met a lot of people on that trip. And I'm looking forward to this one again. Then my 30th, I turned 30 this year. So I'm trying to figure out like what to do there. Like it's just those are the main things I could think of. But I don't think am I forgetting anything now?
You got your birthday. You got. Oh, did you decide if you're going to TwitchCon?
Nah, I ain't gonna go.
Okay.
Go. Only because Lala had said it best. I'm gonna be on TwitchCon's like terms as far as like days and shit like that go. When it's your birthday, you do what the hell you want to do. So
I agree.
She said, you know, even though you're gonna be in that city that TwitchCon's going in, literally like 3 weeks later. That's the funny part. That's why I was even considering it, because I was like, this shit is like end of October. My birthday's in November, like mid-November. I
Are
could
you
just
opening up your birthday to like the community?
I
Your
don't know
birthday
yet.
celebration?
I don't
Like
know
people
yet.
in the community to
Like,
join you in Vegas?
oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna be meeting some homies in Vegas for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I don't wanna name no names. 'Cause I don't
Who you
know.
meeting in Vegas?
Miss Jones is in Vegas.
Yay!
So
Okay.
we pulling up on Jonesy. Hi Z, what's up Z baby? Ooh,
Hey
my
Z
God.
baby.
Hey, Z.
Hi Z, welcome in. I'm meeting Sneaky Link as I. I'm
Yeah.
meeting Jonesy. I'm gonna meet Lord Bixis. I'm gonna
Yay!
meet. Hopefully I meet Red. I would love to meet Red.
Yeah, Red's
Red and
there.
Ivy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Then Roger owed me a visit. God damn it! Listen, it didn't. You were leaving as I was coming into the city. Z. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't. You was leaving that same like the week before. I was like, we we'll try again. We'll try again. You on the whole other side of the world now, so we gotta figure that part out. But Jonesy, Lord Bixis, Lord Lady Bixis, and a homie named Ryu Hashira. They out there too. So I'm gonna be meeting a couple different people out there and kicking it and sliding and just hanging out and have a great time. That's the goal. When was
You going to
BGR
any
in New
strip
York?
clubs?
Hey.
It depends on
Right.
how you know the strip clubs are like set up out there. If it's even worth it. I mean, it's in Vegas, yeah, but
I mean, this is Vegas. I
I,
mean,
I say that to
I don't know. I
say,
never been to a strip club in Vegas. I don't know how it
it
is.
gotta be lit out there.
I mean, I'm saying the price has
What?
changed too, though. Like
Oh,
parking
sure.
$50. You know, you already
This is not today's price.
yeah. So like, you know, I ain't in that
That's right.
tax bracket to be having a ton of fun. And then at the end of it, if I spend $200 on some shit that I didn't get anything out of that. Like I'm just out of 200. So I don't know about strip clubs. I wouldn't mind, but it's not something that I'm really pushing. I really want to go to the dispensaries and slide to a couple
Oh.
lounges and go kick it some space where kick it in a place where I ain't bumping into people because it's so packed and drinks watered down and Long Island's $25-$30. I'm a have a fun within reason. Like we ain't gotta go spend a bunch of money. We could just go slide to a great hole in the wall food joint. And if they got drinks at the bar, we could kick it there the whole day. I ain't too picky.
Sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot going on this year.
Yeah, just I'm trying to make sure I stay busy because we
Mhm.
trying to elevate. I want to be in a different. I want to show that I've grown when I hit 30 because then the 30s are gonna be completely different from my 20s.
Mhm.
I'll be going in with more confidence. Or
30s
more
feel like 20s though, honestly.
yeah, because
You know, they always
like
say 30s are like your 20s but with money. And I
Yeah,
agree with that.
I would agree with that. As someone who has surpassed that
Yeah.
30 age bracket, that's true.
yeah, and then you can kind of show more of who you are when you do have that bag on you. Because then, hey, I get that bag on me. I'm in my 30s. I can go fly out to go see such and such and so and so. And, you know what I'm saying? If I'm into dating people in the gaming industry, they over in, I don't know, like Arizona or something. Like, I can just, I can make that shit happen a little bit. It'll be a little bit easier for me.
Mhm.
Um, Because I don't want it to be all on one person. This shit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta pay to play. You got to pay to play sometimes. And that'd give me another place to visit. But
I don't know if I have any more. I'm pretty satisfied with what I've learned about you today.
Yeah, same.
Well, I appreciate y'all for first off, you know, being a lovely part of the community, you know what I'm
Of
saying?
course. Thank you for thinking about
Yes.
me and inviting me to come on and interview you. I've
Same.
enjoyed
It was
getting
a
to know you
pleasure.
more.
Pleasure and an honor.